Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Jaylene, the Messenger Medium, and today is February 3rd, and it's a great day for a message from the other side. I'm going to tell you that because I'm going to tell you there has been two very, very strong sensations around me for the last few hours, to the point where I told Brad that I had to come back upstairs to do this video, and I needed some quiet because I needed to jot some stuff down. But I have message for three different people. I'm going to name some names, and these messages could be intended for you. But I have three different sets of names, and just to let you know that these messages are intended for you. Everything I'm going to tell you here today could be for you or someone connected with these names. And I'm hoping that you'll be able to relate to these very, very strong sensations that I've been, receiving, and these messages that I've been receiving for the last couple hours. Now, I messaged for our O name. Our O names, very simply: Rhonda, Rose, Rolly, Roger, Ron, Robbie, Robert, Raymond, R, preceded by an O, Aaron, R, O, that kind of thing. So that's the first set of names with R, O's preceded by, not O and then R. Next set of names I've messaged for is Mike, Michelle, Mitch, Marie, M-I's, Michael, Muriel, Marjorie with an I. It wouldn't be for someone like Myron with an M-Y. It has to be an M preceded by an I, like even Amy, M-I. But there's something to do with that. Third set of names that I have a message for very specifically for today is K-sounding names, but K's are a little bit different for me because they don't have to be starting with the letter K. It could be like Chris or Christine or Crystal, Corinne, Kathy, Kyle, Keith, Carol, Carmen, Claudette. So they sound like K's. If I told you something to do with Sierra, C-I, even though it starts with a C, it doesn't sound like a K. So we have to stick to K names. Now, I have messages for people of those likeness of those names. Last names I don't have any other details, but if this is you or you have someone with those names, you need to share this video, because I have a female that comes through, very strong feeling of a female that comes through. It makes me feel that she suffered a lot with her lungs. She had difficulties breathing before she passed. It could be an end stage thing, but I'm going to tell you, she felt very bad for someone still having to remember the amount of suffering that she did the last 2 days of her life, having to try to, grasp any type of air. And the thing is, whoever saw her pass away with these names or was close to her with these names really still hangs on to that suffering aspect. But this female here, who makes me feel she did suffer in her passing or was aware that she was going to pass, so I would think this is a long kind of illness somehow, she makes me feel that it's very important to mention that she is no longer suffering, that she's so happy, and to stop thinking of her in this kind of way. That last memory of her in bed grasping for air, she goes, that's not what she's experiencing. She doesn't even remember or hang on to that thought. I always had, this thing that my mother taught me was that you come here with nothing, you leave with nothing. So if you remember being born, then you're in big trouble because you'll remember dying. But most of us do not remember being born. We will not remember dying. So this female that comes through very specifically does not remember. She knows she's passed away. She knows she had problems with her lungs. She knows she suffered, but she doesn't remember it. She's really happy. Now she talks about either Sylvie or Sophie or Sarah or Susan, S name, Sierra, Cindy. Those could be with C's, but they sound like S, Cecile. But she talks about a connection to that person as well. I don't know if she's with that person or she talks about that connection, but she also makes me feel that there's celebrations, passings, or anniversaries around either January 9th, 19th, or the 29th. So I don't know who that is or who that's connected to, but it's for all the names that I mentioned. There's something to do with those dates. Now, very sorry that you had to watch her die like that, but she's very, very, very happy. There's good news coming around. S people, female, so Sylvie, Sophie, Sue, that kind of thing. Very, very happy. Oh, very happy about the hockey tickets or hockey jerseys or hockey reference of some kind. So there must have been a celebration just recently around hockey or conversations around hockey where there's a lot of laughing or some laughter. So I feel really, really good about that. Now for the same people, and it doesn't mean that, you know, you're getting two messages here, but again, for our own names like Rhonda, Rolly, Rose, Roger, Rob, Robbie, Robert, Ronald, I could go on and on. Michelle's, M names, M-I, Michelle, Michael, Mitchell, that kind of thing. And for the K names that I mentioned before, Kyle, Keith, Kara, Carl, just want to let you know there's one more person coming through. This person here definitely died of either carbon monoxide poisoning, a lack of oxygen in terms of a fire in a building where there's poisonous fumes in the air. Because the person, I would think that the extremities look darkened. Now, even if they're responsible for taking their own lives, I'm not getting that, but if they are, they're not telling me. But I need you to know that this was supposed to happen. This was predetermined. There was nothing that nobody could do to change that date. There is no way. And they talk about May or the 5th or the 14th or the 23rd. And the reason I say 5, 14 or 23, and it doesn't have to be May, May's the 5th month, so if they're talking about fives, it could be connections to 5 or a 5-year, like 65, 75, 85, that kind of thing. But 5, 14, or 23, 14 is 1 and 4 is 5, and 23 is 2 plus 3 is 5. So there's definitely connection there somehow to this person. Now, I think the one that died by either carbon monoxide or suicide could be like that, you know, with the car, fumes, or it could be like in a house fire, or definitely like toxins being breathed in somehow. It could be like accidental even, I'm not sure. But that spirit is very, very clear, and I think that's a male. And they also make me feel that they give hearts to someone. So I don't know if they'd be with someone that had heart problems or someone in the family has heart problems, but they show me hearts so that they come around that quite often. I want you to know that these spirits, when they come through like this, they're always extremely happy and vibrate very, very high. There's something to do with losing a front tooth or a broken front tooth. I see it broken in half. So just watch around front teeth or family with front teeth issues just for the next little while. There's really, really good news that comes around, especially the R people that I've mentioned here today. So I don't know if it's like something to do with a promotion or raises or like good news around jobs or a little bit more money, but yay, they make me feel improvements in life. So I want you to be really happy and to know that these people come around you often, or that you talk about them or celebrate them. They absolutely love that. So you keep on talking about your relatives from the other side or your loved ones. They love to be remembered. You may not be able to see or feel them, but let me tell you, sugar, they come through, okay? So these are very, very strong and larger than life type of spirits. So for me, I had either attitude or really great personalities, and people that, you know, could have had a little bit of stubbornness too, especially with the female that comes through, because she really didn't want to go anywhere. But she made me feel she really didn't have a choice. But anyways, I'm very, very happy. And, you know, they want to thank you so much for being part of their lives as well. So you're not forgotten either, trust me. Thank you so much, and please share this video with everyone, because people need to know that their loved ones come through. Have a great week, everyone. I love you all so much, and I hope to do another video real soon. Bye-bye.